Hi y'all, it's Pig. Welcome to another video. So again, coming back from my normal gone hiatus, if you're watching this video, the day it comes up to 3 days after, congrats. There was another beta opened up for Contractors Showdown. So you can go try that out. But that's not the point of this video. That's just a little side note I wanted to say. But I disappeared for a bit because I got involved in ADHD go burr hyperfixated on Linux for the past week. I kind of decided how can I make a Quest headset work on Linux the best way possible. And even now, with recording this video, there's still some issues I'm running into, but it was kind of fun as a little side project. Now, this video is not being recorded on the Linux computer. That is my old laptop that a lot of my original videos were filmed on. Now it runs Arch Linux. Yes, I am an Arch user. It's obligatory. I have to say it. Sorry, I don't make the rules here. I have to say it. But so this video isn't going to be a tutorial on that just yet. I want to work out all the kinks. It's going to be talking about running Linux for VR and certain things for it. How it was easy, how it was hard from my experience getting it set up, and in particular, changing some parts to be able to go through and figure things out for it. So, let's begin. Getting Linux set up for VR was pretty simple, at least Steam VR wise. All I need to do is download Steam VR and then download Proton. I went with Proton GE, I think is what it's called. I have expanded features because I know that also works with Black Ops 3, because that's the whole reason I even did that. But after figuring out, I tested desktop VR chat, worked great. So I was like, desktop version works. Let's try VR. So then went down a bit of a rabbit hole, figuring out, okay, well, the Quest Oculus app did not a Linux version of it, so how can I get my Quest connected for free? Because there's probably with Virtual Desktop, but I don't even know if Virtual Desktop has a supported version. But I already knew of a free software to connect things. ALVR. It's what I use for the full body, which I'm not in for this video. Too much of a hassle. Especially after all the text I went through doing like getting it set up. But ALVR allows wireless streaming. Well, I went through, got it set up, worked wirelessly, and it was laggy all to hell because it was two wireless things connected to my not so great internet. I think I don't know if my Wi-Fi router is Wi-Fi 6 or not. I don't think it's 6. It might be. I just know it's 5 gigahertz, but I was stuck there. Didn't know what to do and was up kind of at a loss. But I did some more research and completely forgetting the fact of the Quest 2 is an Android device, meaning you can do Wi-Fi over USB. So that was the next thing to do, and ALVR actually supports that. So I might do a little test with ALVR on my Windows PC to see how well it works, just with my cable with like my Quest 3, because I did all my Quest 2, by the way. I didn't use the Quest 3. I didn't want to do any ADB commands or anything. This is set up from my Windows PC. It works fine. Quest 2 has been the little test junkie to try out new things in VR and stuff. So I was able to get set up. Had to do some ADB commands to get it working to change the port numbers. Not going to get into the whole nerd spiel of that. But anyone who does know how networking and communication over cable and wireless work will understand, like, having to turn on port. I think it's it's either 9344 or just 9 no, it's 9044, I think. It was 9 something 44 and 9 something 33 for the two that you had to turn on. Or the two ports that open. I can't remember that second digit just because little much for the brain. But after doing that, I was able to get having it plugged in. It worked perfectly. everything was working as intended, which was great. So I connected it all up, opened ALVR, got into Steam VR. Everything was perfect in Steam VR. Now, I did run into an issue in VR chat, which is why I am not making a guide for it yet until I fix this. This is kind of like a little teaser slash talking about general VR stuff and janky VR, because that's what this channel is. When I did it, the Quest 2, I think it's an issue with the cable, if I'm being honest. Everything was pixelated. It looked like if I was playing on Wi-Fi with a bad connection to where I could see everything. And like the tracking itself was great. Like there wasn't a delay. It was the same as I am right now on a wired connection. But the graphics were pixelated all to hell. And I was using my link cable that I had used on my Quest 2 on my desktop before I got the Quest 3. That worked perfectly fine. So that's where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna be spending the next week figuring all that out. I have one more video that coming out after this one, a little talking about the VR chat update and two things that are kind of stuck out to me. Everything else was mostly just, oh, here are some fixes for beta for behind the scenes issue. But there's two big things, one for group owners, one just for avatar builders, that I think would be nice to go in depth and talk about. Because, well, anyone who plays VR chat, especially in PC lobbies, knows how buggy it can be. Hell, that's why I'm doing the Linux thing, because Windows adds extra bog down on the system with their own background processes. Linux does not. So I'm trying everything, just generally figuring out what is the best setup for a PC VR user without the greatest. Because again, I do have an RTX 3060 in both of my systems, but even then, that still makes it tend to chug a bit, and that is like 2 generations of the entry GPU. Well, now there's the 3050, but they released, which is just to bulk down even more. But again, getting sidetracked. So, if you're interested in the Linux side of things, leave a comment down below. Join the Discord. I would love to talk to anyone else who has experience VR gaming on Linux, and not just with Oculus, but with a Vive headset or a Index. If you tried it using Linux, I want to know your experience. I'm very intrigued by how well Linux VR has been going. Because a lot of the videos I watch, it's like, oh, here's a test out of it, but not people talking about, oh, here's my experience, here's doing that. It's just like, oh, here's how to do it, and that's it. So, interested in those? Leave a comment. If you enjoyed this and you like these more sit-down style, just talking about, not like, oh, here's a guide or here's news, just, hey, here's me messing around with some nerdy stuff. Leave a like. I'll definitely do more of it. Hopefully, my mic does sound better. I listened to some feedback in the last video, plus before that video even came out, I was messing around with my normal mic that I have that I use whenever I do live streams and stuff, because I did a Twitch stream. Yes, I stream on Twitch sometimes. Not under VRPig, old channel name, which is just my in-game name everywhere. If you want to know that, well, you gotta join the Discord to see that. But I didn't like how my mic sounded on there, because it was very high and picked things up. So I went through and used filters in OBS to fix everything and remove background noise and hopefully the pop sounds and everything. So I moved all those filters, edited them a bit because the Quest 3 mic is different, but used some of the similar filters and the skills I learned from doing that. So hopefully this sounds a lot better. Hopefully my voice is clearer and maybe even a bit louder. So that's all the cleanup and everything we need to do. I will be making the next video on the update. I don't know when I'm gonna do a video after that. I'm gonna be busy with some IRL stuff. If news comes out, I'll cover it. If not, I'll make my own news and talk about, again, more stuff with janky things to do with VR. Actually, I do have a video that I'm going to be doing talking about a new emulator in VR. So, we'll have those 3 videos. But after that, we'll see where things go. So, have a good one, y'all. This is Pig. Be kind to one another. Bye.